Hey everybody, this is Leon with Four Wheel Frenzy, and we are here with the post-race pro podium from Briarcliff MX. And right now I've got with me Joel Hetrick, who ended up second for the day. Joel, first of all, let's get this out of the way. Winning streak is gone.
Right.
Is a weight lifted off your back, or how do you feel about that?
It's pretty nice, honestly.
Yeah.
As bad as that sounds, it's, there's always a lot of stress when you're on a run like that, and the expectations to win are very high from your team, your family. Everybody's, when you go to the track, when you've been winning that much, it's just that's what everybody thinks that's going to happen every time. And
right.
This time, and it could have happened last year at a moto, same thing. But it just was, I got tangled up on the start. Someone got in the back of me and bent that Nerf bar a little bit. Took me some time to get that apart.
A little bit?
Yeah, a little bit, and very hard to ride after that. But I had to get it bent to where I could ride it, and that took me a little bit too long for that Triple Crown moto. So when they threw halfway, I was like, oh my gosh, man, the race is over, and I'm still P10 at that point probably, right. And there just was no time for me to really do what I always thought, if I started from the back I could do. To get to the front, at least closer than that, but that Nerf was holding me back a little bit, and made a mistake, went off the track, trying a little bit too hard, and bobbled, went off the track and lost some time there. But yeah, it was definitely a weight lifted off. I mean, I wanted to win the next two motos and try to get the overall, obviously
try to get what you could,
to come back, and get an overall would be great, but it just, with Chad's finishes where he was at, points wise, it was going to be hard for me to do that.
Yeah.
But I rode my races and got my two moto win streak now.
Absolutely. Right? Yeah. And I think you salvaged the best you could. I mean, because it was obvious before you got back on the bike. I saw you from the middle field there, and you could see your Nerf bar was shoved forward. I mean,
you could see it.
It was bad. I mean, I could tell right away. I'm like, that thing is pushed forward quite a bit.
Yeah.
But for you to overcome that, I mean, people might not realize, like, if your heel guards push forward even an inch, how much that'll mess you up. Let alone 6 inches or so that yours was pushed forward. You have to reposition your whole body when you're riding now. But you were that far back. I mean, Kevin is obviously who he got tangled up with. He got going a good 10, 20 seconds before you did even.
Wow,
maybe even longer.
Right.
Like, when you got going, they were on that whole back section of the straightaway there. And for you to come back and finish where you did with where you started, like, that was really impressive.
Thank you. Yeah, I felt good with that.
Yeah.
And it took me a couple laps to adapt to that, for sure. And I just was trying to ride as hard as I could, and once I got to the pack, I was like, all right, everyone's in a battle right now. They're riding really hard, so I have to ride even harder with this, and trying to adapt and everything at the same time. It was really tricky, but I was really happy with how I did that, my performance. And after that loss, I took it, obviously pretty hard, because I haven't lost for a while. And then after, talked to a couple people, calmed down, and I just was like, maybe, one, there's a weight lifted off, which feels really good now. I just can go out there and have fun, race these races. Yeah. 2, can't be selfish from having an insane run of wins. I felt like I was being a little bit selfish, like, oh man, I deserve to win that race. Well, okay, maybe, I deserve to win other races. It don't happen every time. Right.
And I mean, that was almost 2 complete seasons undefeated.
Yeah.
That's a really impressive accomplishment either way. You didn't quite get that second season, but you did most of it.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, before a perfect season ever happened, all we wanted to do was win a championship.
Right.
And that was sort of trumping my championship, and I wasn't even happy about it until I finally really, let everything sink in and came to my senses. But man, it just, you gotta look at the big picture sometimes. Like, I wanted to win my 6th championship. That's what I came to do. It's what I come every year to try to win championships. Yeah. I don't try to go perfect seasons. Right. But that's just where I ended up, and I was bummed, but I'm in a good spot now for sure.
No, for sure. And that's the next thing. You did get the championship this weekend.
Yep.
How many championships is that now?
That's number 6.
That's what I thought, number 6.
Yeah.
So
it's very
you
cool.
You're 2 behind right now
Yep.
of the record.
Yeah, that's obviously my goal, you know.
That's crazy.
I always thought once I get to 6, we're on a good spot.
Nah, you're still hungry.
Yeah, still hungry.
Still hungry.
It was hard to get 3. It was, you know, very hard on the Hondas to get any.
Yeah.
And then, you know, we got 117, 19. Got burnt in 2018 on the Honda. 2020, just a bad year. 21 on the Yamaha, first year on it.
Yeah.
And then every year after that, you know, 22, 3, 4, and this one.
Now 25. Yeah.
So it's been a good run on the Yamaha, and
and it took a while too. You know, you had to figure a lot of things out in your early years, and you finally have made it click. And
yeah, that's the thing. It's just earlier years of racing.
Yeah.
I had a talk with a kid earlier. His dad and his mechanic wanted me to talk to him because they said he's a lot like me when I was that age. He just rides balls to the wall and makes mistakes, or he'll be winning and crash. And I said, oh wow, I've done plenty of that. I can really help this kid. So I talked to him, and you know, I let him know one time I was at Redbud and I'm leading by 10 seconds and I'm still digging, and I catch a rut and I wreck right in front of my dad, and I said, sorry Dad, and he starts, you know, he's crying because he's like, why are you telling me sorry? But you know, for me, looking back, why the hell am I digging at 10 seconds in, like 10 seconds ahead?
Yeah.
I should have just been riding,
right.
You know, hitting my marks and not pushing the envelope. So the earlier years of my career, that's a lot of what I dealt with, and obviously now it's a little bit different.
Right. And I mean, it's another thing too is a lot of this year, you've shown that, like you'll push. If you get the whole shot, it's a little easier for you.
Mm-hmm.
But these last few races where you've had to work your way up, it doesn't really take you that long, but you have to work for it.
Yeah, absolutely.
But you can see, like, once you get a comfortable lead, you know that you can tell that you do relax a little bit.
Oh yeah.
You know, obviously Bud's Creek was a different story, and you told us why in that post race. Like, you know, if your kid's cheering for you like that, you're gonna keep on going.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard when you have that kind of motivation right in your face. And, and obviously everybody was upset about the shorter motos, and I kind of, you know, I voted on a shorter moto, and then I heard everybody saying pussy this, pussy that, so I had to let everybody know that I certainly would have raced a longer one, but I was damn hot.
Right.
You know? So I just voted for what I liked, and I kind of got irritated with what a couple people said, and you know, I just wanted to ride really hard, and then Eli's there, and I'm like, damn, I'm really gonna ride hard now. But you know, it's just that's sometimes how I get fired up, and anymore, sometimes, you know, it's hard for me to get that fire. So I was happy to still get that and do what I did.
Right. And that just goes to show also, like, the condition of you as a professional athlete, and even the guy that's sitting off camera here, like, that day was brutal. And you were able to push that long, and Max was able to push that long and work his way up to where he was almost on the podium at the end of the day. If it would have been a longer moto, he probably could have pushed and stole that podium.
Absolutely.
And obviously even Wesley in that interview admitted to that.
Oh yeah.
But
he was like a rocket ship at the end of the moto, you know, he's just on a run. But that's the difference of, like, that grit at the end of the moto, that freaking, it was so hot there that you really had to dig deep. Yeah. And you know, you could just see, I know everybody's out there tired. I was tired up front, no doubt I'm tired. But it's just whoever can mentally withstand that and push through at that level when you are tired. Yeah. That's a different kind of riding, and you really got to try to master that and be careful doing it, because it's very tricky. But you know, if you're still feeling good and you're able to push through, that's how Max was feeling. I felt pretty good myself. Yeah. And that's where, you know, you'll see them type of guys starting to excel at the end of the motos, and I'm sure for him, he wanted a longer moto at that point, damn sure. But you know, either way for me, like I said, I certainly didn't, because it was so freaking hot. But I'm sure if I was in in a different situation, I would have loved, like here, I would have loved to have a longer moto.
Yeah.
But we're here at the Triple Crown.
Yeah.
That wasn't a Triple Crown though, so that stung, I'm sure, a little bit.
Right, absolutely. Yeah, and obviously we know coming into these races, the Triple Crowns are set. You're going to have 3 shorter motos. You know you need to sprint. You know, Budds Creek came around, and it was all of a sudden we're doing one shorter moto. You're already half in the bag because that first moto was brutal.
Yeah.
And now, like, oh shit, I didn't like set myself up for a sprint race here.
Yeah. Yeah, it's that race was very hard.
Yeah.
It was a very tricky race.
I could imagine.
Yeah.
But second of the weekend, locked in that championship, number 6. You know, now it's gonna take a little bit of a break. You're gonna hammer right back into it. Obviously, you don't really have a whole lot because you do go overseas here in a few weeks. But
yeah, I think like Wednesday, I'm gonna try to ride a night practice on my dirt bike.
There you go.
And I'll probably just be doing that.
Yeah.
For a couple weeks, riding dirt bikes, having fun, relaxing with the family, maybe going on some mini vacays. And
there you go.
Just some weekend trips, you know, just trying to get away and not be at the track. I'm sure Carly would love that. So we'll try to just have some fun, live the family time for a little bit.
Absolutely, and you need that, and you deserved it.
Thank you. Yeah,
you know,
everybody deserves some good times.
Yeah, relax a little bit, recharge, get ready for defending our country, and get another championship over there.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be a cool race for us. Never been to the Netherlands.
Yeah.
Heard it's going to be very tricky, very
Tomahawk,
sandy.
but sand.
Yeah, that's what I hear. So I'm really excited for that. That sounds like a challenge, and I'm up for a challenge like that right now.
Yeah.
You know?
I saw some tires getting loaded yesterday. Have you gotten a chance to ride on any of those weird?
No. With CST they don't make a sand tire like that.
Right.
But we do have some CST tires that we'll be bringing that will be a bigger height.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Just because it could be so deep that we're gonna need them.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Thanks, Nate.
Yeah. Thanks, buddy.
Nate's the man.
And some hardware.
And some hardware. Looks like he just won his moto. That's awesome.
Yeah, good for him.
Yep. Yeah. So I think we're prepared enough, as much as we can be. We don't really know what to expect yet.
Yeah.
But we're bringing everything we have, and we're just gonna throw it at it if we need to.
Yep.
Obviously, we'll be prepared with Baldwin and Jim, and everybody will have enough equipment there, and we'll make the right decision, I think, on that day.
Oh, for sure.
Man, it's gonna be different. I'm excited though.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it'll be good.
Yeah.
Kind of bummed I don't get to go this year, but maybe again one of these days.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll get you back there.
Yeah, I hope so. But no, kick-ass year.
Yes.
You did great.
Thank
Relax a little bit. Go do another race, and hopefully this off season we can catch up again too, and talk about a few things. And
I'm sure we will.
Yeah, I'm sure we will
Hopefully.
too. So, but good job this year.
Thank you.
And we'll talk to you soon, buddy.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. All right, next up, we're going a little weird order here. This is actually being recorded on Sunday instead of the Saturday after everything. Everybody kind of had a lot going on. I know you had some stuff going on with Chad. Chad was having a little like retirement party. Joel is having a thing going on with his team. So now, today, I was dumb and signed up for Pro-Am, so I got motos. You've got Mark that's renting your bikes. You got to deal with him. Chad's got a couple foreigners renting his bikes. So we're all just kind of scrambled. So Joel was first with second place. Now we're going with Max, who ended up third overall yesterday. Max, first of all, hell of a ride yesterday.
Thank you.
Tell me about yesterday.
Shoo. It was good from the start. Just P4 in Q1, and then I ended up, I think, 8th or whatever in the second, but just felt good from the start of the day, and then really just set myself up good that first moto with the P3, and I really didn't help myself at all on the gates again. It's no secret, I just can't get a start to save my life. So I think I came out 12th and got my way up to 3rd, and that was huge for the rest of the day, just with how these Triple Crowns seem to fall, and everyone's just all over the place. Just that P3 got it to where I was able to just stay in that top 5 the rest of the day, and it really paid off for me.
Oh, absolutely. And that's just it. You came on strong.
Yeah.
When you had to work your way up, it was holy crap, Max is making moves. But you were consistent. It seemed like a lot of the front runners were kind of all over the place. Obviously, Joel had a really bad first moto. Chad was very consistent, obviously, as well.
Yep.
But you were the other one that was really consistent. Everyone else kind of like shuffled around throughout the different motos, and obviously, yeah, it paid off. Unfortunately, it was your first podium of this year.
Yep.
But I doing some chit chatting last night, and I heard that this year, especially the beginning, you're having some struggles with getting the bike set up the way you want it to, and trying different things. And obviously, it does show here at the second half of the season that you were getting things figured out.
Yeah, like unfortunately, just I feel like I wasn't totally prepared like I wanted to be to start the year. Not that that's any excuses. It was what it was. Like I wasn't where I needed to be, and the machine wasn't where it needed to be, and it just took me like usually I kind of start off pretty strong, and this year was not that year, and it took me till that halfway point where like I actually really had to fall. Like Sunset Ridge was like, my worst rock bottom race of the year.
Right.
Like just everything, the wheels kind of came off, and like I was sitting going into that weekend, I was still sitting fourth, like in the championship, and was pretty close to Chad in third. Like even though I wasn't riding great, I was just getting consistent motos in the top 5.
Anyone wondering, that can hear that, there's a 250R going by right now, so. We clearly never sound tested back in the day.
I thought the goal was to be the loudest.
It could have been, just make everyone else deaf so you win. Anyways.
But no, like just starting off the year, like starts weren't great. I wasn't really comfy. I was kind of just doing what I could, to be honest, like trying to get through motos and like just get to where I could and sustain what I could. And I didn't feel like myself. And we got through Sunset, going in there, like I was pretty close to that third spot, and I basically gave it all away. I think I lost like 40 points to everyone that weekend.
Okay,
like just totally dropped back to 8th, 9th, whatever it was. And at that point in time, we got that nice month break, and I don't know what it was about it, but it was a good reset for me. Like just we kind of started over and went back through everything, and from there on, it's just been like a big building process. And
for sure,
I've missed out on a few podiums this year, like which have stung. Like you were talking with Joel there earlier. That 2 extra minutes in a moto would have been really helpful.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's. I feel like a couple times this year, it's like just a little bit more, and Max could have capitalized on a few more things. Yeah,
and like it all falls down on my shoulders. Like it is what it is. We run a short moto, we run a long. Like I'm the guy pushing the throttle, and unfortunately, I don't know how to do it across the gate, so we're still going to figure that out this year. But to come here and end the year with a podium, I would love to keep racing this year. Like I feel like we've got something in store, but at the same point in time, I know what I have, and I feel very confident in what we have at this point in time with my whole crew and setup, and
for sure,
I feel good about like going forward with that.
Well, maybe we just need a little break, and then we can have like a snow race back up north.
I mean, ice racing, snow racing,
I mean, with
whatever
stuff that we grew up with. So there we go. No, and I think having that week break, giving it a little bit of a factory reset, it showed, obviously, like I said. And now you have, with your first podium of 2025 being at the last round, you've got that high to carry, bring that momentum through the off season, carry into the beginning next year. Obviously we are losing a few people of the class. Who knows what we're going to end up gaining next year? I don't really know yet. I've heard rumors, but I'm not going to say anything until I hear from them that yes, this is what's going on. But it's one of really 3 fierce competitors, especially yesterday. 3 guys that were running up front yesterday retired yesterday.
Dude, first moto, I get into 4th, and I look in front of me, and I'm like, no flipping way. Nick Janusa, Jeffrey Australia, and Chad Wienen. I'm like, these guys are hanging up their boots, and they're all out here putting it to us right now. Like, this is crazy.
And obviously, Chad carried that on all day. It wasn't just one moto.
To be honest, though, like, even Nick and Jeffrey, going into Moto 3, Jeffrey was 2 points behind me. Nick was 3. Like, it was pretty much like win or take it. Like wherever you finished was where you were gonna end up. And like fortunately for me, I put myself in a good spot, and Jeffrey had some not so great luck, and Nick just, I don't think, got a great start.
Right,
but
right.
like those 3 guys, you could tell, like, I don't know if it was the pressure was off or just one last hurrah, but like hats off to them. They were getting after it.
Right. So with all that too, did you secured that number 4 spot in the points, right?
Yes, sir.
You did.
Yep.
Now, is that the highest that you've
4 last year as well.
Okay, so it's 2 years in a row you've been
2
fourth.
years in a row.
So next year we can just capitalize, get you in that top 3, which should then send you overseas.
I mean, it's the goal.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Like the goal this year was, we were 4th last year, trying to be 3rd this year, and we didn't get there. So obviously we're gonna shoot for that again next year.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I'd say it was a well-earned position in the points. You know, you did work your butt off all year, and obviously it kind of showed as well. Like even at Daytona, like you struggled right off the bat. You had some struggles throughout the year. You overcame them. You got stronger throughout the season, and you know, like I said, hopefully it's figuring everything out, putting that program together for next year. You know, I've known you for a long time now, so I hope the best for you. But you know, Chad's backing off a little bit. You've spent a lot of time with him over the years. I hope that I can see you getting a little bit more in with Chad and him passing some of his secrets. Because I mean, it's no lie, Chad keeps some of this stuff to himself. But maybe now that he is hanging up his boots and he wants to stick around, his name stick around, hopefully you can get some of those secrets and help progress your program a little bit more too.
Yeah, obviously I've trusted in Chad for quite a while now, and he's
You've kind of been his protege for the last 6 years.
Been quite a while in the making, and like I'm super excited. We still have a lot to figure out, and the details to get together, but I'll definitely be representing that program some way, shape, and form, and
for sure.
Very excited, like to try and pry on him a little bit, learn some of those secrets. I definitely know I'm bringing him to the track and teaching me how to do a hole shot.
Absolutely.
He had those dialed this weekend. Yeah, I literally told him before the last moto, I'm like, I think I'm just going to put the toe strap on and you yank me with you. I think that's going to be the best option. But no, like, absolutely, it was a big building year. And to finish the season 4th, like, he was 3rd in front of me, which was sweet. Mm-hmm. And then to get on that podium and share that with him, like you said, being his protege and just like spending the amount of time we do together, training, riding, it was a really special moment to have absolutely. And to share with him.
No, for sure. And I'm sure you'll obviously always remember that, and I'm sure he'll throw a leg over a bike, I'm sure, every once in a while. Maybe not here, but at his house and things like that. But
he's not done.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He may not race AMA Pro, but you'll see him line up on a gate for something again.
100%. And I think that's really good for him, and obviously other guys too. Like Nick said, he's got a bucket list of races he wants to do. Jeffrey, I think, has something like that too. Like, it's time for these guys to go do some of these things that they want to do, and it's time for somebody like you you've been in the pro class for a few years now, but it's time for you, like, you've slowly been figuring things out, and we all know this class takes a few years to figure out.
Absolutely.
So now you've had that time, it's time for you to kind of take over and bring this new class in.
Yeah, I mean, there's a good handful of us, myself, Mason, like both in the top 5 this year, and then there's a few other young guys like moving in, and I feel like it's definitely time, like, got to step it up.
Yeah,
like, we're
for sure.
Got to go home and put the work in and come back to, like, hopefully, like, the plan is to be on that box every weekend. You need to capitalize on, like, you know, you're losing some fierce competitors, and need to definitely go home and, like, make sure we do what we can to stay where we are. And take advantage of that.
Yeah, for sure. And I think one thing, I know you're never going to say this, so I'm going to as well. You know, especially this season, you had to focus a lot more on working and making money to come here. Yep. You know, hopefully things can work out. Hopefully you can get some sponsorships like some of these other guys can, so you can focus on a little bit more riding, bike setup, things like that, so you're not focusing as much on working and racing kind of becoming the second child. Yeah,
I mean, luckily, like, to be honest, this year compared to last year, like, was better for me, like, especially the second half of the year. Like, it's kind of what happened, like, to be honest, like, is I was a little focused on, like, the cost and, like, all the details of it, and then as the summer went, like, things worked out for me, and I had some support come in, and that was huge. And absolutely going forward, like it's going to be my main focus this offseason to figure out how we can make racing number one from January 1st till August. And
for sure,
I think if that can happen, the results will come with it.
Yeah. And this is something else I want to ask you on before we split ways here. A couple years ago, you dabbled with some works racing along with this series. What are the odds that possibly you would put together another works program alongside your motocross program and kind of double dip? And
it's definitely been a thought.
Yeah,
really enjoy it. I don't know, like, to be honest, right now I like to go there. Like, it's fun to me to go there. There's no pressure. I enjoy the racing. For me, it's a lot of the logistics of it, just being so far away. The cost is what really drives that. If I had the ability to, I would love to. Like, I would love to have a machine dedicated to going out there.
You need a second program that stays there.
Like, I would love to figure out how to get something to stay there, because, like, I'm a rider that, like, I thrive later in the moto. And, like, I enjoy, like, even though it's an hour and a half long, I feel like at that last half hour I still have something left in the tank. And that part of it I do enjoy. So I don't know when I'll be back or how much of it I'll be doing, but I definitely see myself racing some more.
It would be cool. It would be really cool.
It would be great. Like you said, more just like the logistics of it. And to be honest, right now, like, coming here and, like, getting on this podium and finishing fourth again, like, I can see that, like, the potential's there if I put the effort into it. So right now the main goal is to go home, take a little break, and then full steam ahead for next year here. Like, I really want to win one of these motos. Like, that's a goal. And as we can see, Joel's somewhat human again. Not really, but he kind of is. And it's I want to be there to see what he's doing. So
absolutely
need to go home and figure that out. And if we can do that, then we'll start to think about all these other fun races. So let these older guys have some fun for a little while, and maybe when I get to that point, that's when I'll start to do it too.
There you go. Absolutely. Well, Max, I have to say congratulations on yesterday. Getting that podium. Hopefully in 26 we'll see some more.
Absolutely.
But also huge congratulations on getting that fourth place in the points. It's something that you can still grow on, but it's still, I mean, you're top 5. That's nothing to slouch on either.
No, 2 years in a row, it feels good. Like, being a little kid, you never thought. Like, you just never know where you're going to end up. And, like, right now I can say I'm pretty happy with, like, my career so far. There's always like, shoulda, coulda, wouldas. But looking forward, I just know, like, we're not done yet. There's a lot more to come.
I like to hear that. Absolutely. Well, Max, I'll let you get on your way. I know you got to get over to help Mark here in a second. I got to get ready for a second Pro-Am moto.
Thank you, Leon. Appreciate your time.
Absolutely. Anytime. We'll talk to you soon, Max.
Thank you.
All right, for my last one here, save the best for last, I suppose. Chad got the overall yesterday, and bittersweet. I mean, it's also your last AMA Pro National race. I mean, for now anyways, we'll see. But tell us about that day. I mean, there was a lot of highs for you yesterday. What happened?
Man, I honestly, I just, you want to write a story beginning to, what's been so good to me for so long. And a lot of inspiration actually from, a friend of mine, Jeremy Martin, who rode race 250 dirt bikes, and his last race he won, and inspired me to, like, man, how cool would that be? And man, I've been actually progressing. Last like 2-3 races actually been my speed's been a lot better. My starts have been there. So like from when I got on the track, I had a mission, and that mission was to go out there and try to own the track and ride it the way that I want to ride it. And the way that I rode time qualifying, like I was so loose and free, and I just, I didn't have I didn't feel like I was setting the tire wrong. So kind of set the tone for the day for me.
No, for sure. And then obviously the motos, those 3 hole shots, right?
I got 2 hole shots.
2 of the 3, okay. So I mean, 2 of those motos you started on a super high. So that was awesome. First moto, I mean, that was phenomenal. checked out right off the bat. I mean, you rode a hell of a race in Moto #1, and I obviously you rode really well in Moto 2 and Moto 3. But for you coming off first race of the day, P1, like I think there was a lot of cheering every time you went by.
Oh yeah, I could feel it. I could feel that around the track, and like, man, every time you come by Bigfoot, it was like you could hear everybody cheering, and that really helped a lot. Propel me keep pushing hard, and like I mean, once I finished P1, it was like I'm in position, and the rest the whole shots were amazing yesterday. Like I pulled like 2 huge ones, and even the last one I was battling, wheel to wheel with Joel for that last one too. And
for sure.
But yeah, like my starts were key yesterday. I don't think I would have been able to work my way through and get to where I needed to be. But like my starts were there, and my pace and my aggression was spot on. And like that first moto, I came out and I just clicked off some nice smooth laps. I rode a little tight. But like once Bryce, I noticed it was Bryce next to me. Something just made me wick it up and try to just really push forward. And
for sure.
So I was able to come away with the win that first moto. And gosh, like it feels good to win. It's been such a long time, and there's nothing quite like the taste of that.
Oh, for sure. And it looked like from the first sight lap all the way through, it looked like you're having some fun.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I was. Man, like I keep going back to like time qualifying. Like I was just throwing the machine, just like flicking it. Like I was feeling it. So I had good vibes.
Yeah, no, and I mean every parade lap, over Bigfoot there's a big whip.
Yep.
It was a very cool send off. And obviously it just super high for you, getting that overall. And honestly ending it as the greatest of all time in our sport, I believe anyways. You got the 8 championships. You've accomplished a lot, and we've talked about this before, and we'll talk about this again in the future. But you've done so much. You've accomplished so many things, so many championships, so many moto wins, everything else. It's just good to end on a high note, and I'm really glad that you came back this year. Because you could have easily just called it last year after your injury, said, I'm done, But you came back and obviously right away kind of struggled a little bit. Finally found your gears again, and here we are on top of the box at the last round of your last race.
Yeah, it's poetry right there.
It absolutely is.
The low to the high, and that's what keeps people coming back. And I know, like, the struggle of that. I've been through that in 2011 into 2012, and I just knew that I had the capability to do it, and I'm glad that I was able to pull it through. But man, like I got like touched by a lot of people this weekend that were like, man, I got chills watching you and stuff like that, and the tears, and it's gonna be it's bittersweet, what's going on, and I'm very at peace with what I've accomplished and what's ahead, and I can't wait for what's forward.
I'm personally, like, I'm excited to see the next chapter in your life. All the things that you end up doing, and a lot of this, when you look back at your career, it's like, where's the docu-series on this thing? Like, it's super cool, all the things that you've done, and like I said, like the ending of everything, it's like, it's a friggin' movie right now. Like,
definitely been living in a movie, man.
No, for sure, absolutely. But yeah, I mean, and the other thing too is it's just, obviously I've been around this series 11 years now, I guess. 2014 is my first year with Root River, and it's really cool to me actually getting to know you and talk to you and have some sort of relationship with you in the last few seasons, because if I didn't actually get to talk to you the way I do now, like, that's one of the legends of our sport that you just watched, and now I get to talk to you and in a way call you a friend.
For sure.
So
and I'm sure you'll get to learn a little more. We got some plans ahead.
Absolutely.
So,
I can't wait to talk with you more and see a lot of the different things. Maybe a little sneak peek on that behind the scenes on what that career was. But obviously it's been a long weekend.
Yeah.
You know, it's Sunday today.
Yep.
You just got done with your invite riders.
Yep.
I literally just got the track from getting my ass beat in a Pro-Am moto, but you know, here we are, and you know, it's just been a real fun weekend.
Yeah.
And you know, it's a wrap on the 2025 season.
Yeah.
It's crazy to think already. Like, it seems so long, but at the same time, like, whoa, it's gone.
Yeah.
You know. But
Yep. No, it's been real, especially to finish the way that it did. You know, with the overall on the weekend, and you know, broke the streak.
Yeah.
Like, nobody's gotta
You're
hear
the
about
one that
streak.
did it.
Nobody's
you know
gotta hear about the streak anymore.
Right.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll be around next year. You know, here and there.
Yeah.
So
can't wait to see you there.
I'll be a face here. So.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's probably gonna be kind of nice to be able to watch it for a little while on the other side.
Oh yeah.
Have a lot of stress off of you, and kind of be able, you know, especially your family man, your wife, 2 kids, be able to come here, whether they come with you or if it's just you, like, be able to kind of hang out, spend time together, and relax.
Yep.
You know, it's crazy. You know, you think about how our lives are at these races, and it's just go, 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 go. There's no time, and then, day's done. Let's pack up. We're out of here. But you get a day or two. You know, yesterday for myself, unfortunately, my rider JJ is injured, and like yesterday, it was kind of a relief, but at the same time, it's like, this is really weird. Like, I should be doing something right now. I should be hanging out with JJ and talking with him, and it's like, here I am actually watching the pro motos again with the spectators. Like, not in the mechanics area. So, but yeah, it'll be nice to see you next year at the races you do attend. And, you know, obviously, like I said, can't wait to sit down with you again here soon and do all sorts of fun stuff.
Certainly.
Yeah. But you need to live your life, sir.
Yeah.
Have fun.
Yeah.
Spend lots of time with your family.
Yeah.
You know, vacations, everything.
Heading straight to Canada from here to go camping.
There you go.
Go fishing.
Hell
you know,
yeah.
Like, relax.
Absolutely. You
off
earned
to
it.
Ponte Vaux.
Yeah, exactly. A couple
Still
days
going.
off, and then here you
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like you're done, and then you're not done.
Right.
So.
Yeah. And I guess that's just it too. It's like, you know, we're talking here like, oh yeah, big relief. No, you've got 2 big races within the next month.
Yeah.
So.
Honestly, like, I could be done now. Like, after what happened after this weekend, I could be like, But that's not the way I am.
Hopefully, the end of your pro career with us is going to be on top of the podium in Europe, celebrating with the other boys. That'll be great.
If we go on a streak right now,
exactly.
that'd be sweet.
You're pissing off more people just because you keep winning, but so be it, you know. But Chad, I really appreciate you sitting down, talking with me, and we'll see people here in the soon. So
thanks.
Yeah, thank you.
See you, man.
But this has been the final pro podium for 2025, and we'll have a lot of exciting content coming soon. But for these, we'll talk to you guys next year.